Hi, my friends. I want to make a video. Don't take it in a negative way. It should be in a positive way. So I'll tell my experiences, what I have seen. So if I have to compare between the software developers of India with the developed countries. So in developed countries, I have seen only the UK. So I have met in the UK people in my course. There are people who have worked in the UK industry and they have come to my course. And also I have seen courses in the UK, and I have obviously done my bachelor's in India, so I know the courses in India also. And I have worked also in India, so I can say something on this. Maybe after I do job in UK, I have plans. If I'm successful in doing jobs in the UK, then I can tell much with better clarity. But as of now, what I feel, I will tell that. But so first of all, what I feel is the on an average Indian people, like if we have to say, India is known for IT industry, but if you speak on an average, software developers in India, maybe they are average. What I feel, but the people who are from the developed, like software developers who are in the developed world, they may most probably outcompete on an average level. I am speaking. They can an average Indian software developer. Exceptions are there. I'm not speaking about exceptional things, but I'm speaking on an average basis. Like on a whole, if I see, then the reason for being is the courses which are taught in the undergraduate level also, undergrad or in India, if you say bachelors, the courses style is much different in the developed world. What I've seen over here is they give, if you don't study in India, what I feel is more theoretical basis. So you have exams, right? If you study, memorize, and then go well up in the exam, you can pass. But in 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 uh, in the developed world, I think I'll speak mostly about UK. In the UK, the undergrad is not like that. You may have some courses don't have any exams also formal. There are assignments. You have to do 80% assignments. The assignment is not like you'll gobble up. They ask you a simple question, you just write a simple answer. It don't happen like that. You have to make proper research in that, and then you have to write the answer. Then maybe you will get passing. You can cross the passing marks. So you have to be very engaged in the studies in the UK for undergrad also. It's not, it don't be like you are not engaged in studies and the last 1 month you study and you pass. Maybe in some subject it can be, but on an overall it's not possible. So if someone who studies, he can use the knowledge which he has got in the industry, and there are industry based education. Like for example, if I have to speak about my master's degree, I can say, like, the things which I am learning in my masters, I can use it in the industry. When I have plans to maybe in future to use one of the technologies which I have learned in my doing opening a small business for my father who is in India, maybe. And the technology which I'm learning over here, I can pretty much get a good job like if someone has not gone into the IT industry, he just learns some technology from here and he can get a good job in the IT industry. Some niche technologies I'm learning over here. Maybe for like if I have to compare it with India, those maybe person from India may not learn those technologies to the level which I'm learning over here. And the Indian IT industry, I cannot say much about the UK IT industry, but the problem with Indian IT industry is like if you take interviews for something, for example, I go for a interview in Java, there is no guarantee that you will work in Java. It can very much happen that you gave interview in Java and you will put in a totally some other field. That is damaging the resource. Someone who is aspirational in Java, he wants to work something in Java or in some other domain, you should give him work in that particular domain. I believe that happens in the UK, but only when I work the work industry in the UK and I can tell it with more perfection. But I believe it happens in the UK. Like if I give interview for Java, I'll be taken as a Java resource only. I'll not be working in something else which has no connection with the technologies which I gave as an interview in an interview. So these things builds resource pool, right? You can use, like if someone is planning is more aspiration from his younger days to work in development, he will be put into development in that particular field. I think that builds your resource pool, and for this society also it's important. They can help the society back. Otherwise, they will just employ, like they will just look after one company to another. They can't. Like, it's difficult. I feel it's difficult if you do something else. It's difficult to open a business or something with their skills, with the help of their skills. It's difficult. So I guess these things, if back in India things are taken proper care of, the education system, and in the IT industry also, like if you are giving interview in some particular field, you are given a job in that field only, not in some totally unrelated field which he is not interested in. That's a thing you should take care of. I think if these things are cared of, maybe an average Indian software developer will come with an average Western software developer or average software developer from the developed world, or may even excel them. Because see, now what happens is, like maybe the count may be less. For example, in the UK there maybe, I'm just giving an example, in the UK there may be 15 software developers. In India, because there's a huge population, there can be thousands of software developers. But on an average, out of those 1,000, maybe 30 or 50 can compete with a software developer who is from the UK. And maybe around 15 can excel them. Maybe I'm just giving some examples. It's not. But if you think, if our education system and the industry would have been competitive as per the market, then out of 1,000, 900 would have excelled, would have been on par with the software developers in UK, and maybe 500 would have excelled them. So it would have contributed much to the Indian society back in India. So that is my thoughts. But only when I work in the UK, I can tell with much clarity what happens over here. That's my thought. Yeah.